Cnooc Uganda Limited, the developer of the Kingfisher oil project, has ramped up its drilling efforts ahead of its first oil production in 2025. Following the spudding ceremony in January, drilling operations were undertaken with China Oilfield Services Limited as the primary contractor. Proskovia Nakazinga, the reservoir engineer at Petroleum Authority of Uganda, confirms that drilling at well pad 2 is underway, primarily for data acquisition using wireline technology. This data will refine the reservoir models and inform decisions.
Drilling has commenced on pad 2, where currently for one well, they've actually reached the target, the total depth, which is the final depth of the well. So these reservoirs for this particular pad are 3 to 4 kilometers. And somebody asked a question on the lateral offset of the wells from the lake, which is about 6 kilometers. So right now this well is drilled in three phases, and this is to help you manage the stability of the well at each phase. The initial phase, which is the initial phase where we normally have, we use water-based mud. This is to help you stabilize the hole and to help you not contaminate the water aquifers that we have closer to the surface. And then given the nature of the formation that we have, given that we have a bit of clays in the well, we're now using synthetic-based mud to help us be able to smoothly drill. So at this stage right now, they're doing data acquisition using wireline for these particular wells because they're highly deviated.
Cnooc Uganda's Ambrose Ogwang informs that with timely 24-hour operations, progress is on track, and once completed, the project will be handed over to the production team.
So what we are drilling now for is to access the oil. After all this is done, we shall hand over to the production team. We shall drill complete, hand over to the production team, and we'll produce the oil. So we are confident that we have the oil. We've actually drilled one well to the TD, that is the target depth where the oil is, and we can confirm that yes, it's able to drill up to 8,000 meters below the ground, that is 8 kilometers. We are drilling our reservoirs lie between 2,800 to the deepest is 7,000 meters. That is 7 kilometers below the ground. So this drilling rig can reach the deepest reservoir and still have a wind of 1 kilometer as a contingency.
Uganda's oil and gas sector has progressed from exploration part of the upstream to the current development phase, with focus on achieving the first oil in 2025. Sarah Banange emphasizes that downstream and upstream projects are running simultaneously dependent on acquisition of funds, with a refinery project, a highly anticipated downstream component, currently underway.
Because you need to take the oil out. So you cannot have a refinery idle. So we will first have to test this. It comes out, it moves through the pipeline, and then the refinery is just a year or 1.5 years behind it when you've really tested the ground. So overall, timelines, work programs, we are in sync.
Biodiversity is a highly debated factor in the oil and gas sector. Unlike the Tilenga project, where the community is spread out, Kingfisher features a closely knit community located along the shores of Lake Albert. This has raised questions about the coexistence amidst the intensifying industrial activity.
In case there is any grievance, we have different grievance consultation groups or associations. So it's in different steps. You start at the lower level to the high level. So that is why Cnooc, we've managed our grievance, and that is also one of the coexistence mechanisms with the communities. Then another thing, when we took Cnooc got acquired its land where the project would be. But of course, when it was acquiring the land, it put into perspective cultural heritage. People do not want to really be spread out. People want to maintain their cultural norms and social existence. So this was taken into perspective. So you find that much as people have moved, much as people have been relocated, they're still living around the same area. So that has also helped us a lot to work with the community.
On the socio-economic ripple effect, the project has made a significant impact on the local community. The chairperson of Songa A village reflects on the change brought about by the construction of a new access road that has reduced travel time and distance to neighboring Hoima from 2 hours to a mere 25 kilometers.
We couldn't have an access road to access from here up to Hoima or from Kikuube for the better treatment when we have our women who are pregnant. We couldn't afford to carry them. We used to carry them on in our local language, they call belega. You carry him as if a dead person to take him to the hospital. So per now, if someone is sick, I think here we use in terms of transport, it's easy. We just take him, you come back when she is pregnant, she make a bus that you come back with her. So on the side of education, has a Cnooc company has tried a lot by supporting our children, taking them, giving them sponsor. Like so far in our Buhuka here, Buhuka Paris, we have like 65 children who have been taken to educate for welding.
More social amenities, such as access to treated safe water, has still been implemented, averting the potential occurrence of cholera cases, which were previously on the rise. A gravity water project benefiting over 13,000 individuals through installation of 46 water taps in the area has been availed. As the project progresses tending towards the maiden year of oil, numerous developments beyond oil roads are anticipated. Sector contracts have been amounted to $7 billion, with Ugandans receiving a share of $1.8 billion. Rona Nahabwell, SMART24 TV, Business Today.